Students, today in this video I'll be teaching you chapter 8 of your research book, and that is our natural resources, water and soils. As everybody knows, what is the most important thing that we need for our survival, isn't it? What is very important for all the living thing, because we need water for each and every work we do, like drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, for growing crops, etc. We know that 3/4 of the earth's surface is covered with oceans, but most of the water is salty, and that is not fit for us for drinking. So fresh water which is used by us exists in lake, rivers, streams and ponds. Just tell me one thing, how much percent of percent water is fresh water? That is 3%. Only 3% of water can be consumed by us for drinking. Okay, and the main source of fresh water is rain. In India, farmers depend on the monsoon rains for the crops, but rainfall is not uniform throughout India. Some places get more rainfall, some get little rainfall. The monsoon provide rain only for a few months in the year. Okay, so let's come to irrigation. As we know that whatever we eat, that food crops are grown by the farmers. So farmers need water throughout the year to grow different crops. So for that reason, as we know that rainfall is not uniform throughout, therefore we need to conserve water. How? By building canals, dams, reservoirs, tanks, etc. And just tell me, what is canals? Canals are channels that are dug in the ground to take water from the river to the field. And in some places, wells are dug in the ground to take water from the river to the field. And in some places, wells are dug to bring underground water to the surface. And when underground water is found deep below the surface, holes are dug with the help of machine to reach this water. What happens nowadays, machines are available for every little thing we need to do. So with the help of machine, what do? We dig a hole and we reach to this water level. Okay, now what happens, underground water is brought to the surface through these tubes with the help of electric or diesel pump, and this tube is known as tube well. So tube wells are used in Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, and in some places it's very difficult to dig wells. And here rainwater is stored in tanks and ponds, and this latter used for agriculture. And the place where tanks and ponds are used is South India. Dams are also built across the river to hold the back of flow of water. Okay. In a dam, water is made to fall from height to generate electricity. Why is it made to fall from a height? So as they can produce electricity. This is also known as hydroelectricity. Hydro means connected with water, because water is used to produce that electricity. Now, multi-purpose project. When dams are built to serve more than one purpose, they are called multi-purpose project. Okay, when dams are built to serve more than one purpose, they are known as multi-purpose project. So first is Bhakra Nangal Dam. It is built on river Satluj in Himachal Pradesh and is the largest dam in India. Bhakra Nangal Dam is the largest dam in India. You must remember this point, and it provides water for irrigation and provide electricity to Delhi and its neighboring state. Then after that is Damodar Valley project, and it is built on river Damodar. You must remember that Bhakra Nangal Dam is built on Satluj river, and Damodar Valley project is built on river Damodar. It includes a number of dams that provide water for irrigation to West Bengal. Hirakud Dam. So it is built over Mahanadi in Orissa and is the longest dam in India. Which is the biggest dam? Largest dam. It is largest dam, Bhakra Nangal Dam, and the longest dam is Hirakud Dam. Okay. So why should we conserve water? Water is very precious and we should use it carefully. We should not wash clothes, bathe or throw garbage or industrial waste into rivers, lakes, seas or pollute them, because marine life cannot survive in polluted water, and people who use polluted water for drinking or cooking, they also suffer from many diseases like cholera, typhoid, etc. Okay, and so now soil resources. Soil is an important natural resource and is the top layer of the earth's surface in which plant and trees grows. And how is soil formed? It is formed by breaking up of rocks into smaller pieces due to the action of sun, rain, wind. The sun hits the rock and causes them to break. How the sun is responsible for breaking down of rock? When the rocks heat up, it causes them to crack. Rain beats against this cracked rock and causes them to break into smaller pieces. Okay. The entire process of soil formation takes million and million of years. As rock contain different chemicals and minerals, the soil formed from these rocks also contain this substance. Types of soil, we have 6 types of soil: alluvial soil, black soil, laterite soil, mountain soil, desert soil, etc. So alluvial soil is the most fertile soil and that is found in northern plain. Okay, it is very rich in humus and it is found in the coastal plain, northern plain and delta region of West Bengal. Variety of crops such as rice, wheat, maize, sugarcane, tobacco, cotton, jute, pulses, oilseed grow in this alluvial soil. Now black soil, it is dark in color and it is formed by the breaking up of rocks made up of lava. Okay, it is found in Deccan Plateau and it is good for growing cotton, wheat, sugarcane, millets, etc. Red soil is found in southern state of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Karnataka, and it is red in color but is not very fertile. It's not very fertile, and crops like groundnut, millets and rice can be grown here. Laterite soil, it is found in area where there is heavy rainfall. Where is the laterite soil found? Where there is heavy rainfall, and it can be used for making bricks, and tea, coffee, rubber are some of the crops that are grown here. Now mountain soil, it is found in mountainous region of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, and crops such as wheat, maize, spices, tea, coffee, fruits like apples are grown here. And the last one is desert soil. It is found in the desert region of Rajasthan, Gujarat, where there is little rainfall. The soil is sandy and not fertile. It's not fertile. Millets, date, barley, maize, etc. are the crops that are grown here. Now conservation of soil. We all know that importance of soil. We all know the importance of soil, water, etc. everything. Okay. However, topmost layer of soil, which is usually the most fertile layer, gets carried away by wind or rain, leading to soil erosion. Erosion is caused by other factors like cutting down of trees, and cutting down of trees is known as deforestation, and planting more trees are known as afforestation. Overgrazing of land, etc. some of the reasons why the top layer is depleting. And soil erosion reduces the fertility of soil, so we must conserve soil and we should not cut them in large number. And to improve the quality, farmers uses natural fertilizer like cow dung, compost, etc. Okay, and we can also conserve soil by afforestation, that is planting of more trees. So we should we should keep this fact in mind that once we destroy nature, the nature will destroy us. Okay, so we should take care of all the natural resources, and that's all for today. Thank you.